Hey everyone, thanks again so much for joining me here today. We're going to go over the top 3 dental marketing tools that you can use to grow your practice. For those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Dawson. I own a dental marketing company here in Colorado Springs. I'm really excited to share some of the tools that I use today. These are tools I use in my agency to bring results for my clients. This is how I get them new patients. This is how I generate a new business for them so that they can ultimately grow their practices and help more people. Feel free to like the video. Consider subscribing if you want to see more content related to this. If you have any suggestions of videos you want to see in the future, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's jump right into the first tool. The first tool that I use for my clients is Google. Now, I break this down into 2 parts with ads and the Google My Business page, but Google is necessary when running any type of business. It's necessary in providing a presence for your business, and it's necessary in showing up and being at the top of the search rankings. Whether you do this through SEO or running ads is totally up to you. I run ads for my clients. That way you don't have to spend years building up a portfolio, if you will, of your website, having certain keywords, staying up to date on the latest tactics. That takes a lot of time, years even, to rank above some of your competitors that have been in the business longer than you have. With Google Ads, you can show up day one, outrank every organic search result, and become the first search result people see when they're searching for a dentist near me or related keywords to your industry. One thing I want to mention about Google Ads is the search intent and the aspect of someone looking for you makes your job a lot different than it would on Facebook. For instance, someone typing in dentist near me or root canal near me, odds are they want to be a patient that day or within the week. This makes your job a lot easier just to really get in front of your audience, present them with an offer of some sort, show them what you have to offer, and hope that they come in. This is really your main goal in search-based marketing, if you will. The strategy is going to change on Facebook, which I'll get into a little bit later, but running Google Ads, you're able to get in front of that high intent, hot market, if you will, and provide them with what they need. So running Google Ads is important because you want to get in front of the people that are actively searching for dentists. When someone types in dentist near me or even root canal near me, odds are they want to be a patient that day or within the week. So it's important for you to be on the first page, be one of the first couple of results that they see when they want to make that decision. So your job is to get in front of them via Google, get on the first page, be a result that they click on, and convince them to pick you over someone else. Because Google is search intent based, meaning people are a lot more likely to come in, that also means that more people want that traffic, hence going to drive the price up. Google Ads is not cheap. It depends on your region, a couple different factors on how expensive it's going to be. But compared to Facebook, some of the other methods there are to bring in patients, it's on the more expensive side. However, that is because the patients or the people searching for you have a much higher intent of coming in. And because of that high intent, you can also get great results. It's important to keep your costs down as much as possible. Good ways to do this are to have compelling copy with your Google Ads, as well as to take up as much real estate on the page. I mentioned this in another video that you can see here. That's where I really dive into the details of running Google Ads, what that looks like. If you want to see that, feel free to check that out. But that's kind of the gist of Google Ads. Another tool that you can use on Google is the Google My Business page. This is necessary for really any local-based business. This is what literally puts you on the map. This is how you get reviews from your customers or your patients on how you did, kind of their experience of what your practice was like. This is necessary if you haven't done or set up your Google My Business page. Definitely a necessity, especially if you're deciding to run ads in the future. So the next tool that we're going to use is Facebook. Really, there's 2 aspects when it comes to Facebook. There's setting up your business page and posting, and the other is running ads. When it comes to building your practice on Facebook through your business page, it's really important to post a personal material that your audience can engage with. Doing so will allow you to create a connection with your patients, allow you to connect with them outside of your office hours, and really establish that long-term relationship with them. Aside from personal material, I also encourage dentists to post educational content that allows you to be the authority figure in your region. Posting content like this is easily shareable. It's easy for a current patient to see it, want to share it with some of their friends, especially if it adds value to them. For example, if you are an implant dentist and you answer the top 5 questions people have before coming in to your office regarding implants, this builds a lot of trust with the patient, potential patient, before they even see you. And it also builds yourself up as an authority figure in your industry. So really encourage you not only connecting with your patients, but also providing that educational content. Another side to Facebook is running Facebook ads. Now, this is important if you want more people to see your content. Unfortunately, Facebook actually cut their organic reach, or they've been cutting it the past couple of years, meaning if you have 1,000 people like your business page, let's say for your practice, only, for example, 200 people are actually going to see any posts that you make. This is because Facebook wants to encourage businesses to spend money on their platform, hence reaching more of their audience. Comparing Facebook and Google, you can get leads for cheaper on Facebook, but the nature of getting those leads is a little bit more complicated. Not only do you have to deal with the ad copy, but you also have to deal with the creative portion of the ad. The creative is just the video or picture. Now, when it comes to being successful with Facebook ads, you really only have 3 seconds to stop someone from scrolling, to get their attention, and to have them pay attention to your ad. People look at first your picture, your headline, and then your copy. Prioritize your time into focusing on working on your creative first, then headline, then copy, in that order. Although running Facebook ads is a little bit more complicated than Google ads, you can get leads for cheaper and it can pay off in the long run. The next tool that you can use when it comes to marketing your practice are your phones. Now, phones really make the difference when it comes to building your practice. If the person at the front desk who's answering the phones isn't necessarily good at talking to people, if they're very short, cold, not friendly, it's going to be really difficult for you to actually grow your practice and to bring more people in. When it comes to finding the right person for the front desk, I've even heard dentists hiring someone based on their phone conversation, having the interview entirely over the phone to see how they sound, how they would engage with maybe a potential patient, to see if they would even be a good fit. Another aspect of using your phones is to actually send text messages out to your existing patients. What I do with my clients is I find all those patients that slip through the cracks. Usually the office has a list of patients that they haven't talked to in, like I said, over 6 months, over a year even, and I send a text message out to them. I simply invite them back in for an appointment and am able to generate leads for my clients that way. Just last month, I was able to follow up with one of these lists and actually got 16 people interested in coming in again. So this method can have great results. Again, it really depends on how you write the message. Don't want to be salesy by any means. They've already been into the practice, so it's like you're just reaching out to an old friend. So which tool is the best? Well, all are necessary if you want to have a successful practice, but if you're starting from the ground up, I suggest working on the phones first. Really building up the front desk, finding someone that can be the go-to person when it comes to answering the phone, getting on the habit or the circle of inviting old patients back in, really managing your patient base well. That's where I would start, and then from there I would go Google and then Facebook in that order. So you really want to make sure you have your foundation first with your office and then branch out to running ads later. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're interested in me running ads for your practice, I do have a link in the description below. Feel free to comment any questions that you have, like the video, and consider subscribing if you got some value out of it. Until next time, I'll see you later.